Happy anniversary, Rocapella. Everyone's asking me why. Why is it the anniversary? The first gig was in the spring, but it was a private gig. This is the first week, 35 years ago, of public gigs for Rocapella. They started slow, and obviously they picked up steam. So that's the answer to that question. It's great to see everybody. I see people are showing up already. There's Katie. There's Tony. Lily, finish your math homework. There's Katie. There's Allison. There's Lee. All right. So good to see you all. We're going to get to Calvin in just a second. He's in the green room, which isn't green. We'll work on that. Just want to let you know we have a 35th anniversary bit of merch. I'm going to show it to you. So sit tight. We've built some shirts. I think you're going to like it. Some hoodies. Let us know if there's anything else we can do. Just say hi to a few more people. There's Mary. I'm going to move this comment. Get out of there. There's Kaz. There's Amanda. Everybody's here. What's up, Brian from Florida? All right, good to see you, man. Joey and lovely Carla. She's not in class because it's Monday, and she's ready for Calvin. I know that. We'll talk about that in a minute. First up, here he is, the one, the only.
I'm in love with you. Nothing you can. I'm mostly fine. There will come a day when I look you in the eye and see my brother. You know, pull the mask off, hold on, range, baby, don't mess around with you. Just say you won't let go. I'm a sunburned sucker. I should stay away. You just feel so good.
Ooh, Calvin.
Well, that's an awesome intro.
You made it awesome, man. That is some beautiful tunes. There's nothing quite like your voice. And
thanks.
I think it's irreplaceable. It's really a special sound. But we won't go there too much. Let's get both of us on here and let's say hi to some friends. Oh, there's Tanya. Let's see. Joey's saying hello.
Joey.
Everybody's saying hello. Before we get going, you're part of this as much as anybody who's been in the group. We've got some t-shirts. 35th anniversary of the first public gigs. Look at that. What is that? Look at, we got all the logos.
All the logos. Sweet.
With 35th anniversary. There's
Give me 10 of those. I'd like 10.
Right? Blue and black, different designs. Look at the first one, the head logo. It was like a hand-drawn thing.
Awesome. That's Sean Hare,
We'll
right?
talk to those founders this Wednesday. But it got better, and then we're like, we don't need that head because people cut their braids, if you know what I mean.
Right. That's true.
But anyway, those are on the shop right now. And where is that?
Woo.
That is shop.rockapella.com. 35th
And
anniversary
hoodies,
swag.
t-shirts and hoodies.
Yeah, we got hoodies. We got a black and blue hoodie. Sorry, it's right over your face.
Woo.
So Calvin, you doing okay? How's
I'm doing great.
I know you're doing okay, but we got to let them know because you're down there in Florida and stuff is happening in Florida. We won't need to go there too much.
Always.
But you've got your own world. Orlando's or Tampa and Orlando, they're kind of a bubble in a way.
That's true.
They have
That's
their
true.
own rules, those two big cities.
Even
Miami
counties
certainly
got
does.
separate rules.
The county's got separate rules. Oh, really?
Yeah.
How so? Tell me more.
Hillsborough County's their ordinances are different than Dade County or different counties inside of Florida. It's so weird. It's wherever you go, you have to make sure you're underneath the right ordinance because some people can't go into restaurants without masks, and some people can in certain areas of Florida. You can be maskless, and so.
Well,
it depends on where you are. I stay in the house, so that's safe.
Yeah, me too. It doesn't always have this lighting, but
right.
It's very comfortable. I've gotten so I can if my voice gets husky later in this, it's because I don't talk anymore because I'm in here typing.
Right.
Well, that's good. And I know you are a performer, tried and true for so many years, and you're like multi-talented. You just walk out on stage and you bring that special sound. And I
Wow.
think anybody who knows Rockapella knows that. And I'm going to get some photos up on the screen soon where you can talk about what we are seeing from early Calvin to late Calvin.
Oh, goodness.
Or to
Okay.
current Calvin. We want to say late Calvin.
Current.
There's Calvin's
Current.
still with
Hey,
us.
I'm with it. It's
So
been a minute.
Carla likes the. This is your super fan. She likes those shirts.
Sweet.
So we
Well,
got some questions. We got some nice questions. So I'm
Okay,
just going to
let's do it.
jump right into it. Melody. Let's see here. Where are we? We got to get to. Why are my questions going?
What happened to the music? I was jamming.
I'm going to force this question up. All right, well, I'm just going to read them then. I don't know why they're
Okay.
not appearing. You and your wife make audio magic when you sing
Aw.
together. You've posted a very few videos of you singing together. Melody listens to Shallow and Like I'm Gonna Lose You on repeat. Can we please get more? Is there more?
Absolutely.
Is
Absolutely.
there more coming?
Now, we are performing all the time, my wife and I. We are horrible marketing artists. We don't market ourselves, and we don't take the time out to record like great opportunities because, yeah, we're horrible at marketing. But we take the time out. When we have the time, we'll post more videos of us singing together and more a cappella stuff. And
There it is.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
nice.
we will get more. I think, these days
Absolutely.
you always have to have more. Like here we are making more right now.
So
More.
true, so true.
No
Yeah,
one
and why
faults you.
not more? Yeah, why not more?
Why,
Yeah.
and why not more? Exactly. People who
Right.
complain about it, it's like, well, why not more? You're sitting in your
Right.
living room.
Right, right. And we have videos that I haven't uploaded, so that's a yes.
Oh, that's my philosophy. Bank the videos.
Right, right.
If only that could happen more often. Leah or Lee says, love Calvin. Wish he could talk more on stage. One, can he tell us about his experience auditioning for Rocapella? And two, what have you been doing during this last year and a half? So one,
Great questions.
tell us about your audition.
So auditioning. So
It wasn't
Scott used
crazy.
it wasn't too crazy because Scott used to live in Tampa, and wasn't so far from me. And Steve Azadorian, who was also a former member, awesome guy, worked at Busch Gardens with me, and they were looking for subs, like tenor subs for John and Steve. And so Steve asked me if I would come to the audition. I was like, cool, sounds great. Curtis, the guy that I originally sang with in Men of Note, also was auditioning for part-time with bass with George. So it was Curtis and I came to the audition, and Scott asked us, I think he sent us a couple of songs, Motown songs, which was right
That
up
was
my alley.
back
Like,
then. Yeah.
right, it was the bowling ball, like, "Oof, here you go." And so I
like that.
auditioned all the Motown songs. I was like, I'm singing Motown stuff currently at Busch Gardens. So it was just like, oh, you chose all the songs I love. But yeah, so I auditioned, and Scott loved my sound, and he asked put me on part-time. I did a little part-time thing for a while, and I think John went on to do full-time stuff at his church. I moved on, and he asked me if I wanted to be full-time Christmas, and I was like, duh.
Yep. And when we were like,
I was
duh. I remember you were
No.
you were getting used to us while John was still in the group, because it is a big,
Yes.
big thing to just hand to somebody and say, go.
Ooh.
Any of
Yes.
our
Ooh.
subs will say, yes, it is. We torture them.
Oh my goodness.
But you stepped up, that's
have
for
to-
sure.
Yeah, man. And you have to definitely, I didn't know this, but you definitely have to be athletic in Rockapella.
Oh,
There's
really?
no such thing as just standing on stage and singing. You have to be an athlete.
Maybe
Because you
for
got to
me.
run. You got to keep up with Scott, and you got to keep up with Jeff. Jeff is beating nonstop. There's no stopping. So,
But
you gotta
if
keep
you're
up with-
moving, then you have less likelihood of getting spit on you from behind. So that's the
right, and you have to dodge the spit. Like I was dodging, But no, it was it was so awesome to start, and then it's been awesome ever since. And then what was the other question? I think what we're doing now.
Oh, let me pull that up here. Yeah, what have you been doing for the past year and a half?
Oh man, singing.
Yeah.
Me and my wife we really took the time out to focus on a band that we've always wanted to start. Like her and I wanted to start a band together, and of course, our travels never sort of connected us, but COVID told us to sit down and really focus. So we started a band. Now we have a full-time band that we perform with, and we're at the Gin Joint most every weekend. So
The
that's what I've
Gin
been doing.
Joint, that's downtown Tampa, right?
That's correct.
I've been there. That place is awesome. It's like a kind of
It
a
is
speakeasy kind of vibe. Is that right?
so true. It looks like it's right out of New York. It looks like a New York spot, but it's so cool. So cool.
Yeah, if you guys haven't been to the Gin Joint, I suspect most of you haven't. You go in, first of all, if you get in,
Right.
I got in because I got on a list thanks to Calvin, but that was only one time. And pre-COVID, it was crowded. I don't know how they're managing that, but you get in there and everybody wants to be there because it's right in the middle of downtown. And in the back is this tight band with two smooth operators. Calvin, oh, actually more than two, but Calvin and his wife
Right.
are right up in front. And
Absolutely. Yeah.
it's awesome. It's awesome.
It's fun. It's so fun, man. It's so
Alexa's talking to me. Pardon. Sorry about
fun. Somebody's
that.
on the cell phone.
Alexa, shut up. She did. Okay, next question. Hey, Calvin, two-part question from Lori. What's your favorite song to sing with Rocapella? And what's your favorite to sing with your wife, Koya?
Ah, that's awesome.
Oh,
So I say Rockapella. Let's say, man, whatever the current song we're doing, I love singing with Rockapella. Scott's arrangements are so fun. It's like, oh man, it's just so fun to sing. So I don't know if I have a favorite. It's all of them are so great.
I know that
Really,
feeling. Like it's almost like you can't have a favorite because you want to make them all great on stage.
right. And
Yeah.
yeah, that's so true. That's a great answer. And it's like I can't pick a favorite because like for all of them have dirt for certain reasons. Like wow, I love them. I don't know. I don't know. Scott arrangements are incredible. It's just
They make
and
you
if you
work.
sang any of his arrangements, you probably feel like there's no time where you're not feeling as if you're not like a vibrant part of that song. You know how there's backup songs or there's background singers, and no, his arrangements make it seem as if you're doing the lead at all times.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I've never been I've been a part of a singing group probably all my life, ever since I was 12. Never anything like this where the arrangements are so intricate and fun and traveling and you're on the bass and next thing you know, you're on the high tenors. It's fun.
We're going to see a few of those pictures from the old days soon.
Yes.
Oh, by the way, it's a big day today. Not only is it Interview Calvin Day, it's Scott's birthday.
Ooh.
Let's here we go. And
Yes. Both.
and
He
also
turned 25 again.
that's right. You're 25 forever. That's my philosophy anyway. And 35 Rocapella is actually today. It's the first public gig is today. So you're
Amazing.
an excellent person to have.
35 years.
Let's keep going here. That's
the
what's
next
your favorite
question
with your
was on
your
favorites.
wife?
Unforgettable. That is it. Unforgettable. Nat King Cole and Natalie Cole. We sing that rendition, and oh my God, it always moves people to want to dance. So I'm gonna say that one.
I kind of want to hear that. Maybe I have when I was at the Gin Joint, but
Yeah, maybe I'll put it up. Yeah,
I
have a
can
recording of
picture
it.
that. I can picture
Oh,
that
it's
when we were
so
doing
good.
when we were in the in that condo, being put up in the condo to do Branson that last time. And Koya came to visit, and I got to cook with her in the kitchen and hang out with her.
Oh,
So
man.
you
So
guys are
good.
such a good team, and she's a special lady for sure.
For sure.
All right. Oh, and Wendy, Moon River is my favorite from Calvin.
Aw. I love Moon River.
Phil
Love Moon
says
River.
September.
September is great too.
Yeah.
That's great.
We need to do that.
September is
more often.
unreleased, but it's a great
Yeah,
one.
we got to get that. Let's see, Stacy, beautiful song. And Shane, my friend Shane, says gin joint. We don't hear that term enough these days. That's right. Got alliteration and everything.
Yes.
Speaking of Carla,
Carla.
what was it like singing what used to be John's part, while John sang Steve and Mitch's part, and on and on and
Oh,
on. So you got
so
to deal with
confusing.
that. Yeah, some
So
songs bad,
confusing.
some songs good.
Well, John, of course, I I replaced John, so I listened to John the whole time during the process. So it was just me getting familiar with his voice and his sound and the way he blends in there. So I tried to mimic as much as possible to keep the harmony really tight and sounding like it always does. And to have him on stage singing a different part was weird. It was like, oh man,
That's right.
we kept flipping back and forth on parts, and he would jump to Mitchell part, and then I jump on Scott's part. I'm like, oh, it's just so confusing, but it was fun, because of course Scott's arrangement is like acrobat, so you're
That's
jumping
right.
anyway. You're jumping all over the place. So
And for people who don't know, John Brown,
yes,
Calvin's predecessor in that part, came back as a sub on Steve's
yes,
part. So John
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 is
is
so
like,
talented.
I don't know what's going on in his brain. He has two
Oh my
folders in
God,
there.
he's so talented, so talented. Man, if I ever had to do it, I probably need about a month of maybe give me about a year. Like,
Yeah, me too.
that's
Me
hard.
too.
That's
Me too.
hard. It's so
But
hard.
I know some of those our Christmas set. Some of those are Elliot Kerman's parts, so they're
That's
low,
correct.
and then John
Yeah.
parts they're high, and there's Calvin parts
Listen,
mixed in there.
right, right. So you have to lose the identity of, staying on the bottom or like, oh, I'm in the middle this time. Because based on the song, it depends on, which part it is or how new the arrangement is. Because with the new arrangements, Scott normally put me in the middle or high sometimes. But with the old arrangement, Elliot did most of the low, and I did Elliot's part, which I love because, yeah,
And
that's
we
so
can hear
cool.
in your speaking voice right now, we can hear that you got those low notes,
Oh
but
my
then you
goodness,
got that
yeah.
falsetto, like
And
"Say you
Scott
won't
discovered
let
that.
go."
Right. Scott discovered that. Like Scott was like, "Man, you doing some Nat King Cole down on that bottom." I was like, "Okay, let's go
Now
with
there's
it."
an artist that we need to recover a bit more too.
Oh my God. Yes, we need to do
Yeah.
some of that. I'm
Well,
excited about the Beatles.
yeah. If we get that Beatles show going,
Man.
stand back. There's a lot of work to do and a lot
Mm,
of that. So we'll see. I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon at this rate, but
yeah.
it's a good idea. That's the important thing. And I'm a fan.
It's so true.
Don't quote me, anybody. I'm a fan of recording some of those songs when we can finally get together and
Ooh, that's a
just
great idea.
release some studio stuff and do some videos before we even have a show. You know,
Ooh, that's a great idea.
why not? Why not?
That's a great idea.
But we got to get,
Sign me up.
travels. It's a tricky
Sign
thing
me
right
up.
now. Tanya, what was your favorite Rockapella music video to do and why?
I'm gonna say, was it not? No, I'm in love with you.
I was just looking at the clip.
Sunburnt Sucker.
Oh, there you go.
Sunburnt Sucker. Sunburnt Sucker. We was out on a boat. We was on a Ferris wheel. We were man. We
I
was in some
drag you all over
trees in
the
the woods.
place.
But it was fun. Like I've never been on a speedboat before, so that was like an experience all in its own. And then we had a drone flying above us, and
Yeah.
then the lake was so beautiful.
That was a very
Man, the lake
special thing.
it
Like
was.
I
It
you
came
were
together.
you were so game for everything. I've got a photo of you later. I'm gonna pull up about that. I just remember Branson was super hot and sweaty, and you were just like,
Oh, it was.
you know how to use your arms, because I was able to.
Uh,
Anyway, we'll talk about that later. So you don't particularly.
that was
You had
fun.
that was your favorite one because of
That
the
was my
variety.
favorite. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Because it was just, we did so much in a day that it turned into more of an adventure than work.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, this is fun. Let's go.
It's so hard to get everybody together in the same place, and if you're going on location, usually you can't count on that place for too long. Like with
Yeah.
Bach versus Beethoven, that one when you were in the wig,
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. That was fun.
that was a rental. We had to pay for that place. So it's like when you get free locations like Branson, Ferris wheel,
And
boat,
beautiful landscaping. Like,
yeah,
Branson was beautiful.
sweaty as heck, but beautiful. Well, cool. That we got KZ. What are the challenges? Oh, we talked a little bit about this of singing in a
Yeah.
three tenor ensemble. What are the benefits? So that's kind of what you're getting at, I think, maybe that it's three tenors, so you can kind of flip around.
Oh, absolutely, man. That's the benefit for sure. The challenge is based on the arrangements, and Scott does an amazing job of featuring all of the tenors and the baritones. And we not only, I mean, we're three tenors for the most part, but I think with Jose's more of a second tenor baritone. So he
Mm-hmm.
really fits that baritone. So he adds that bottom really well. But yeah, and his arrangements are so fun. You forget about parts, you know.
And so that's the benefit and the challenge right there.
Yeah,
I
awfully.
think it started Kevin and John era, where we had Kevin a tenor and Scott a tenor, and then we got John and those two guys together, and that was the beginning of the three tenors
All right, right.
concept.
Because Kevin has a sweet voice. Man, I
Yes,
love
he
Kevin's
does.
voice.
Yeah. Mike says, "Is there a song that you and the group have always wanted to do live, but never feel like you've cracked a live arrangement for?" Have we tried? We tried a couple things. We tried for a very short time. We did them. I can't think of them right now.
Yeah, I think we tried. What was that one song we did? Oh yeah, I got one. What was it? It was something that we all had to whistle in harmony,
Oh
and we
God.
tried it in Branson, and everybody can't whistle like Scott. I know. I was like,
Oh,
there was a
I
lot of
can't
air
even
coming
remember
out.
that.
And I remember, I can't remember. It was
I
me,
remember it
Mitchell,
happening.
and Scott for sure. But we came out and we was hoping for the best. But yeah, that thing was like, oh, I think I'm gonna have to sing my whistle.
He's got high standards, bless him, and happy
Oh man,
birthday.
it's awesome. It's fun. He keeps it fun. He keeps it fun. Keeps it interesting.
We tried the Prince mashup, didn't we? Like Little Red
Oh,
Corvette,
that was
a couple
awesome.
times. That was really
Yeah, we
different.
did Little Red Corvette.
Two or
Yeah, we
three
did that one.
times.
That was fun. I wanted to
I
keep that
would.
one in the set. That
There's a
was fun.
couple like older songs I'd love to come back. Like if Scott, you're listening, like "Is It in
Hmm.
You?" Is It in You? I don't know if you know that
Ooh.
song. That is a beautiful song. And then September, we haven't done that in a while.
We did that
That
in
song.
Japan. We did that like
That's right.
twice
That's right.
while
That's
in
right.
Japan. Yeah, that was cool.
And then what's the song before "Say You Won't Let Go"? It's a two-song thing, and we did the video for just "Say You Won't Let Go" with the Dogs. But there's a thing at the
How deep
beginning.
is your love?
How Deep Is Your
How
Love
deep?
by Bee Gees. Yeah.
So
Or Andy Gibb, whichever. I forget. So there you go. Though we've got a few. We'll see how it goes.
right, right.
Stephanie, who comes up with your choreography, and how difficult is it for you both to learn? How do you rehearse when you're not in the same place? Those are two big questions, different
I
questions.
know. No, different. I think Scott does most of the choreography, and when he was here in Tampa, it was easy because I'll just go to his house and we'll pick up something and we'll go with it. But it's very difficult now, especially with the Beatles show. I know we're gonna
You
want
got
to
to get
put
together.
together some choreography for that. Yeah, so we probably got to be in the same spot, but um, yeah, Scott pretty much sends us musically. He sends us vocals and on an MP3 and put our part in one ear and one this ear and everybody else in that ear. So rehearsing is really easy for music, but choreography, you're right. That's a challenge. And normally we show up to the maybe we'll show a day early, a day or two early to go over new choreography and put it together. It comes together pretty fast and
I
yeah,
like that it's relying on your professionalism.
yeah, for
That's
sure.
you hire somebody, you assume they're a professional when you hire them for Rockapella, and
That's true.
the test is they study those parts and you sing
Right,
along with us in your headphones, and then you bring
right.
your A game to sound check and practice really,
Right,
and
right. And I think because the music is so intricate, you focus less. Once you learn your part, you focus less on the music, and then it's easy to pick up the choreography. It's like
right,
the music is
right,
it's back there. Yeah.
right. Laura says, if you could be any breakfast cereal mascot, which one would you be and why? That's a real question. No
Okay.
pressure.
Right. I haven't had cereal in a while. That's a lot of pressure, and so I'm gonna go with Tony the Tiger, only
I
because
like
he
that.
says, "Yeah, great." That's it.
Have you noticed? I think I just saw this in Target. Every time before Halloween, they bring back Frankenberry or Booberry, sorry, Franken, whatever it
Oh,
is,
yeah.
and Count Chocula. They're all, you can get them in Target right now.
Nice.
You know,
It's great
the
sentiment.
question I would have is how long do I have to remain the mascot, or can I just be blue for a day or
Blue.
something like that? Let's go to the chat boards. People are pumping it out. Let's see here. More Bee Gees. That's my vote, says Katie.
Ooh, yes. Bee Gees.
Well, there's a lot of Bee Gees songs, and I always kind of knew that, and I had the Greatest Hits CD, but I think Scott kind of drew my attention to the fact that those deserve a second look. And didn't they come out with? I thought they came. Oh no, it's ABBA. ABBA came out with something new. Same kind of flavor, maybe.
Right, right.
Tanya agrees. Is it in you? Girl, it's so easy. Night like that. And Lacey too. More Prince covers, says Eri. There you
go.
Easier said than done. You know, because I think, if I may, I think it's probably the case that we, and by we, perhaps Scott, thinks that, Prince is very meticulous, and those things are as good as they can be for what they are. So if you cover it, our philosophy is you got to change it a little.
Yep.
So if it's perfect, what do you do? And that's a challenge. Is that a fair statement?
That is fair. That's pretty accurate. Yeah. Yeah. Right. I like to pick his brain in the car and like what inspires him to do arrangements and do differently. Like he loves Stevie Wonder. You can tell in some of his arrangements that he loves Stevie Wonder. But Stevie's songs to me are perfect. But when Scott's put a spin on it, man, it's so fun. Well, most of the songs that we try to do, they're not a cappella covers either. So, putting a Rocapella spin on it kind of gives it a different dimension, I think. So,
and the a cappella world, one of the handicaps, which we are, guilty of in the past few years, if that's guilt, is cover centric. Just cover, and then, but the thing is, so many of them are verbatim.
Yeah,
and being a cappella is not enough, I think, because then you're just a cover band. No judgments.
So true.
Easier said than done.
Easier, yeah. So true, though. So true.
Let's look at some photos of Calvin.
Oh no!
All right, here we are, the special viewing window. Here's the gin joint. Is this the gin joint, folks?
No, this is
Who's
actually Decades Rewind. This is the show. We were on tour. We went to about, I'm going to say 49, 50 states with this group. And the show is called Decades Rewind because we started in the 80s. We did all the popular songs in the 80s. Then we went back to the 70s. And then we ended in the 60s. So we did all the popular songs from the 80s. We did Michael Jackson, Madonna. We did some rock songs, a lot of rock songs.
Is Koya in there in the back?
Yes, Koya is right there.
And you are far right. Yes.
Far right.
She's on the left.
And the guy above Koya, right to her right, recently passed away. Just great guy. So fun. This group tour is called Decades Rewind, and it's still current. We've, of course, COVID kind of parked us a little bit, but we're still in the works, and hopefully we'll get back out on the road and do some shows. But this is a great show, so fun.
Wow! And is it like performing arts centers and stuff?
Yeah, performing arts center, mostly performing arts center, because it's a huge band, so we would need a nice size stage. We had a projection screen in the back going on doing the whole show, so like you would watch old commercials of current or commercials that was in that decade. So. We would do videos in that decade. It was so fun, man. It was really cool.
Based on the number of people, I'm guessing there's a full horn section and backup singers.
Well, yes, full horn section, backup singers. It was 5 singers, and then the rest were all, bandmates. Right. Two guitars. It was fun.
All right. Look at these guys. Now, is that you on the far right with the square cut?
That is correct. That happened to be correct. Now, this is from a movie. The movie's called Cop and a Half. We did a movie in Tampa, and it was with Burt Reynolds, and Henry Winkler was the director. and we were actually working at Busch Gardens when Burt Reynolds came up to Busch
What?
Gardens and walked right by us while we were singing, walked right by us, and he happened to be with the vice president of the park, and he was like, "Who are those guys? Those they sound good. I want them in my movie."
Oh my gosh.
That is what he said. Like, I want them in my movie, and they were
Oh my
filming downtown Tampa, and so he's like, "We're not doing anything today. Let's go."
Oh my
So
gosh.
we went and we were, we were on the street corner singing as Burt Reynolds came by, and that was our 30 seconds of movie.
That name, Cop and a Half, sounds familiar. We got to dig that
Yeah.
up. That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find
That-
that clip.
Yeah, oh my God, you gotta really search it. You can't blink because it's fast.
And how old would you say you're there?
Man, 19. I was like 19. years old.
19. So had you?
Yes.
This is your group, right?
This is the original group I started with. Yes, these are childhood friends. We started singing when we were 10 years old, and
man.
we sang together, and we auditioned for Busch Gardens in '92. I was in '91, and we started working there in '92.
And did you guys all, like, you had one mind about, all right, we're going to Florida to make it, theme parks?
That's it. That is it. Well, we actually thought, well, I did. I don't know about the other guys. I thought we were going to Disney because, theme park in Florida, Disney was all I knew. I was like, Disney, yes, let's go. Mickey Mouse, let's go. I knew nothing about Busch Gardens. I knew nothing about it. And we showed up and it was a zoo. And I was like, oh, man, so we're here with animals. Okay, let's sing.
And what
But
were
no,
you
it
called
was
at this point? What was the name of the group?
Men of Note.
Men of Note. And was that always the name from the beginning?
From the beginning, from start, '92. Men of Note.
That's awesome.
Curtis, LaRon, Derek. Yeah.
Where are they now?
Man, all over the place.
All
I
over
think
the place.
Curtis is in Japan right now with his wife, and LaRon is a registered nurse, so he's a
man.
contractor. Yeah,
That's
he's
where the
a
money is right
contractor.
now.
Right, exactly. Right. He's making all the money. I'm asking for a loan tomorrow, and then Derek he's still in St. Louis, so he went back home, and yeah, so we keep in contact. And great guys, man, just great. It was fun.
Is this the next phase?
That was that was the next phase.
That is the best photo.
That was the next.
And you
That
write
was
on
the
front
next
like, what?
Oh my God, really? It just faking it too. Like we were probably the nicest guys in the world, but
Yeah, right.
that picture right there was like, man, we look really
That's what you
tough
had to
right
do.
there.
That's, what is that, 90s?
That's true. That's '90s, yeah, right.
Yeah,
That was like
that's-
Boyz II Men and
Yeah.
Jodeci and all those great groups that was out
Baggy
at the time.
pants.
So.
Yeah.
Right, baggy pants, shiny jackets. Oh yeah, that was it.
That is a hot photo. But,
Oh, man,
that's
that's
exactly, I mean, obviously in our own goofy way, early Rockapella of the 90s did the same thing. Like, you
Right.
got to put on
Right.
the clothes.
You
Like
have to, you
nowadays,
have to.
everybody's like, a little toned down. But I remember, like,
true.
turn the volume up. Well, I want to ask just a little bit more about the group because
Okay.
you guys never, did you ever fight? Was it always
Always.
like harmonious?
Oh
Because
my
you're together
God.
that
Oh.
long.
Oh my God, did we fight? Oh my God.
Oh,
Every
no.
day. It was, I mean, we were there. We had to live with each other. We had to live with each other when we first got there. So, to live and work
That was new and you were
together.
young, right?
Oh, we was young. We was both 19, 20 years old. And so, yeah, and I had never lived with no one else but my mom. So it was tough, man. My kitchen etiquette I had to learn was terrible because I leave everything undone and uncapped. And it's like, Calvin, close. Please
Marriage
close the bread."
preparation.
right. You got other guys coming to Cal. Can you close the bread when you finish? Like, what? The bread's fine. I'm going in about another 2 minutes. It's fine. It's fine. So it's
man.
living together. You learn a lot more about people. And man, so it was like college for us too. So it's like
Right.
we went off to college. You know what I mean? And we was in the dorm with friends, and it was a great time. It was great.
Were you sharing bedrooms?
Yeah, we had a
Because when you're
two-bedroom, so
young
two of us-
guy, new city,
Yeah.
that's tough.
Yeah, and we picked up the move from Illinois, so
Yeah.
we had no idea where we were coming to. So we got a 2-bedroom, and quickly, like probably a year after that, we all separated. It was like we
Keep the
could live
group
with each other.
together.
Yeah, it's like it took 1 year to realize like we cannot live with each other and go to work.
Oh,
Like, I
man.
respect you. Like, it was tough. It was fun though. It was fun.
All right. So Is that the same guys? That's different. That's like
No,
theme park.
that's a different. Yeah. It's the same guys, but one guy's different. It's Stuart Best. Stuart came to us after Derek retired. Derek went on and do other things, and Stuart Best came in, and yeah, this is a Motown show. This was actually the Motown show that
That's
we
Busch
did.
Gardens in Tampa.
That's Busch Gardens, Tampa, and the guy in the middle was our supervisor, Earl. And yeah, we had a Motown show. Man, those sharp suits. I like that suit.
Yeah, but
Blue
nothing
bow
like
tie.
that.
Oh no! You can't. Those are the outside guys. These are theme park clean guys. They
Were you gigging
clean
in
homies.
Florida while you were doing this? Like you were gigging in gigs?
Absolutely. Yeah, we would actually do more of our original songs in clubs and stuff to try to get a deal. And we opened up for different artists. We opened up for Patti LaBelle when she came to town,
Ooh.
Tampa.
Did
And
she have
then
that
we
hair
opened up.
that was like this?
She did. She sang with us. She came in the. We were singing some gospel songs, and she came in and put the top harmony on it, and we was like,
That
it
voice.
was amazing.
Another unique voice.
Oh yeah.
Now this is a little
this-
more something.
Right. This is Dream State. This is when we did what was the name of the show? Oh, this is
Also
where we
Busch
did
Gardens.
Dream Girls. No. This is outside of Busch Gardens. This is in Orlando.
Ah.
And we did Dream Girls with this cast, and we also did The Temptations and The Supremes. I really can't remember the show, but
All
we
in
did The
together with
Temptations.
Dreamgirls?
Yeah, it was like two shows, two part. We did Dream Girls first, and then we would the second part of the show we would do Temptations and The Supremes.
Wow.
So
I'd like
yeah,
to see that
was
show.
fun. Yeah, it was fun, man. That was fun.
Oh
That was a
man.
lot of fun.
Now look at that.
Ooh la la.
That's Calvin taking charge with a
Mm.
bunch of dancers behind him in really tight
Right.
pants. So something's that's like another kind of Busch Gardens something.
No, this guys
No?
these guys are like separate. They would come to the park with their show. What's the name of the show? Shoot. There was a dance salsa kind of show, and we would just be the featured singers. My wife and I actually. My wife and I were like the featured singers, but it was a dance salsa. It's like ballroom dancing with salsa, and oh my god, it was incredible. Like so the show was about the dancing, and they would dance like 5 or 6 different styles, and we would just pretty much be the narration. We would sing, and then they made me dance a couple of times, and yeah, it went terrible after that.
And that, well, you look pretty good, but that was in Busch Gardens. You're saying
That was they would come
like a
put on a
concert
show,
kind
yeah.
of thing. Yeah. Wow,
Correct,
that's so
yeah.
cool. Wow, a lot more is going on in Busch Gardens than I ever knew.
Yeah,
that's for
man,
sure.
it was really man. It was now this show was amazing.
Woo!
This show was so
Look at that
amazing.
guy.
This show, right? This show was called Kinetics, and it was like it only happened in the summer of shoot, maybe 2010 on up. But anyway, summer nights we would have a big event, summer nights, and this is how summer nights would end with a large concert, acrobats, big band, lights, pyro, fireworks. It was a concert. It was so fun. It was awesome.
So you were on the short list, like get Calvin and those other people.
Oh, right. It wasn't a lot of us. It was like 2 singers and another. Right. It was not a lot of guys, but
Were they
man, it was
sad to
so
see
fun
you
do.
go, or are you still kind of on the list?
I'm sure. I'm sure. Well, I hope they were sad. I hope I left a big hole in. No, but no. The park changed, man. It changed a lot after
Really?
right around 2018. A lot of the shows were being sort of outsourced, so you would have to bring the show there, and you know what I mean. They stopped using local talent, which a shame though. It was a little shame, but you know that's how it is. It's a business. At the end of the
Wow.
day, it's a business. So.
Brenda
But yeah, it
Lee's
was so
like,
fun.
I'm loving these pictures, says Brenda Lee.
I know.
Super fan Brenda Lee.
Brendan. So
Bryce,
yeah, that was.
he looks amazing. There's Aura. Aura from Cali.
Hey,
She's saying
all
hello
right.
from California. Remember her? We haven't been
Yeah, I
to
do.
California
I
in
do.
so long, but her
I
sweet
know.
face.
I want to go
Oh,
back
man.
to California.
I
Please have
know,
us back.
seriously. Oh, and Kathy Decker already got her hoodie and a mug from the
Ooh,
shop.
Sweet.
Thanks.
You beat me, Kathy. You beat me.
There. Oh, I forgot
I
to
want a hoodie.
mention those shirts and hoodies are on the shop right now.
Sweet. I need to
Yeah.
get mine. I need to get
Yeah.
it.
And then
But
Sharon
yeah, this is
says,
a fun show.
"Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Sorry."
Oh, go ahead. No.
Sharon got her tickets to Thousand Oaks in February. So the gigs that have been postponed from 2021 and 2020, we're hoping they'll all happen. They've been pushed off to like what I call the safety zone, which is like February through April, where it's far enough away that everyone can kind of think, okay, maybe it'll all work out. I sure hope so.
Me too.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Hang on to your tickets, though.
Right.
Look at that guy. You got,
my goodness.
Like, it's almost, I mean, you did, each look is totally different. Like,
It is. It was like,
full
this was
credit.
a different summer. Yeah, this is like a different summer. So it was probably 2016. Yeah, and we would do all the latest top 40 songs. So we'd do Usher and Neo and everything that was good. And then we sort of, put me
Everything
around a
that
whole
Disney
bunch of
won't
people.
do, basically.
Right, pretty much.
Probably because
Pretty
of
much.
licensing and
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
So
but
in theory, this is outsourced now at Busch Gardens, but they probably do something like it, I would hope.
I hope so too. It was really fun, man. I think they do it. I think they moved to SeaWorld. So SeaWorld probably does this now.
SeaWorld's the hot
yeah.
place.
Yeah, SeaWorld is. I love SeaWorld. Love SeaWorld.
Oh, wait, now,
So yeah,
there's a guy, there you are.
right. So the acrobats they were a part of the show. So we would hire Russian acrobats and
Oh my
Chinese
God.
acrobats from across the world, and they would do amazing feats. They were the show. We were just narration, of course, but the lights and the band and they would like do trapeze acts and man, crazy. It was so fun. It was some
I
great
guess
stuff.
if you don't have like a bunch of movie cartoon characters, you get acrobats. Like,
Right.
you try a little harder. That's kind of cool. Wow.
Yeah, man, it was so cool. It was so fun.
They're the
Oh,
ladies again.
nice.
You
Yeah,
got a
that's the
different outfit
gospel.
again.
Yeah, this is the gospel show. Now, this is the show we called Christmas from the Heart. And we would sing gospel songs for Christmas. And, man, great show. Great show.
Wow.
Fun times. Yeah.
And there's another
Yeah,
different
same
outfit.
show.
There's somewhere
Right,
in
different.
somewhere in Tampa. There's a giant closet of Calvin clothes. Like,
Calvin, really?
vault.
'Cause, yeah, that's so true, man. And that was fun about Busch Gardens is that, I've never experienced costume changes. You know what I mean? Like, for me, it's like one outfit, and we should be able to get through a 2-hour show. We're good, like, right?
well, when I think
But
about
Busch
how
Gardens-
long we wear our outfits in Rocapella,
True. Right. And by the end of the concert, we're derobing. Like, we're taking ties off and jackets because it gets hot, But Busch Gardens gave you an opportunity to go back and rehearse some like quick, fast dress, fast lineup. It's me and my wife in the show. I gotta look up the name of because it's a touring show. They do cruise ships.
oh, that's
They
the
do.
the
Yeah,
one
the
with
show.
all
It's
the-
like it's
yeah,
all over the world. My wife actually was in China with that particular show. She traveled to China with them as the vocalist, and man, it's an amazing show. Such an amazing show.
Very cool. I would love to see that.
Burn the Floor. Burn the Floor is the name of the show.
Burn the floor. I like it.
Burn the Floor.
And is this the same for backup singers, but yet another outfit?
No, this is a whole different show. This is Motown at the Marrakesh. This is probably 2018.
Oh my gosh.
And yeah, it was great. I was at the no, this was actually at the Desert Grill. So yeah, it was a different
Not to get
stage.
dark, but I wonder how much this stuff is going on now because of COVID.
I know.
So much.
Man.
Like the entertainment industry is so much more than we see on Hollywood or whatever. It's this. It's
true.
like however
Yes.
many, like 15 people on stage. You know,
Right.
they don't earn a ton of money, but they're fantastic, and
Right.
you can't.
They're living out their passion, That's what I mean. Most of the time I went home from Bush, I was okay with not receiving a check because I was full. Just to be on stage and performing and making people smile, like I was good.
Yeah.
Like it was.
That's the
I was
motive.
living
Like
my
when,
dream.
even
Yeah.
if the money's not great, it's like
So true.
you're making people happy.
Yeah.
All right, it just keeps going. Is that your wife in
Yeah.
costume?
That's my wife. That's my wife in costume.
Oh man!
This is where I met my wife.
And there's this.
Oh yeah.
There's that hot day that I said, Calvin, can you just take 15 minutes and
No,
go
but
into?
the smart thing you did, Jeff, and of course you're like the best director in the world.
No.
But the smartest thing you did was you like, Cal, we got to get up at 6 a.m. and we
Oh,
got up
right.
so early
Because it was
before
so hot and humid
hot.
in the summer
Yes,
in Branson, Missouri.
yes,
So hot. So this
yes,
is like way early before the sun starts baking. But I remember
yes.
we had to walk probably three times as wide as that image is to the left
Mm-hmm.
from the condo, which is in the
Right.
wilderness basically. And you were like
Yeah.
looking for snakes.
Yeah. I
Like,
was.
where are those
I was
snakes?
so nervous. I was so nervous. I'm like, I think we shouldn't be here, but hey, all right. It
That
was fun, man.
sunburned sucker, in case anybody hasn't seen that video. You
Yeah,
just
so
picture
fun.
us all sweating away.
Yes, so fun.
Well, let's go back to this. You said you met your wife at that gig?
Yep. Well, I met my wife at Busch Gardens, Tampa.
At Busch Gardens. Oh, okay,
So,
cool.
yeah.
And what is that?
Now this
Look at the
was
frog.
probably this was probably outside of Minnonote, this was probably the best show I've ever done at Busch. It was called Katunga, and it was Katunga was pretty much like
Lion
African
King?
African storytellers. Yeah, so we are. It's like the Lion King a little bit, but then we're griots, and we're telling stories about interacting with animals. And my favorite animal was that frog that's next to me, and his name was Rock Rock. And Rock Rock was always do his own thing. He never was never in harmony with the other, animals around him. He always wanted to do the solo thing. But I told him, you have to sing in harmony. So that was my storytelling of Katunga, and it was outstanding. If you
So
get a chance,
creative.
go on YouTube and watch Katunga,
Oh,
uh, Busch Gardens, Tampa. Yeah, it's on YouTube. It's an amazing show.
I'm going there
Such an
right after
amazing
this
show.
show.
Yeah, really, it's so cool, Jeff. It's so cool. It's great. My
Well,
wife was also. This is where that's the show I met my wife. So she was
at
the
Katanga.
soloist, right? So that would be a big. Of course, there has to be a finale song that's like the ending, and her character name was Sade. So she would be like, she's like Mother Africa pretty much. And she sings and it's called Celebrate the Light. And she's on the DVD, and she probably, if you look it up on YouTube, it's probably her because she was like
Kato Katanga.
Katonga.
Okay. She's in another
Yeah.
room right now. I know her. I'd ask her to come on camera and say hi.
Oh no, she won't do it. She won't do it.
Well, this has been amazing, and I know I've learned some stuff, and I've been working with you for years. So thank you for that. And
Oh no, man.
I just want to say, let's see here. We get the socials plug up here. If you're watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe. If you're watching on Facebook and you haven't started following or doing anything like that, well, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? And just in case they missed it, T-shirts are here.
Woo! And hoodies.
We'll get more of
advertise the hoodies.
the old merch up that we had before. It's kind of condensed right now, but these are the 35th anniversary ones. Check them out online. Let me turn off that sucker. And then it's shop.rocapella.com is the shortcut, but it's rocapella.com. Click the shop button.
I'm going there
And,
now, right after this.
You're going right there. Well, we get you a discount, like full discount. Just let me know. Anyway, Calvin, it's been amazing. Just amazing.
man.
And thank you so much for doing this. It's good to see you
Absolutely.
in motion.
Always good to see you, man. I
Live.
know it's really weird not seeing you for like a year and a half, Jeff. It's like
I know.
your family. It's kind of weird. I want you to
You
come
too,
to
buddy.
Thanksgiving. So yeah.
Oh, thanks,
absolutely.
man. I hope we can get more of these goofy Rocapella members on. Like,
I know,
it would be
man.
great if we can get Jose and Brian and Scott at the same time. We can do it. We have the capability. And on Wednesday, you'll see if everybody comes back and sees the Godfathers from Brown
Yes.
University. We've got
Please tune in.
Sean,
God.
our buddy Sean, Elliot Kerman, Steve Kais, and Charlie Evett, the remaining surviving Brown University founders of Rocapella, are going to be on
I'll
the
be
Hangout on Wednesday at 9:30 Eastern. Calvin will be watching. I will be just sitting back and letting them talk because they can
Yeah,
talk.
no need for questions for Sean. No need.
That's right.
He's good.
Well, thanks again. Please give Coy a hug for me. And it's so great to see everybody and great to see you. And stay safe out there in Florida. I'll visit if
Thank
I
you.
can. And
Absolutely.
you'll see Calvin soon. Once we get all the videos together, you'll see Calvin doing our commercials medley. That's coming up. Live by cell phone. And
Yes.
we'll see what else we can cook up for you. So take care, everybody. It's been great. See you on Wednesday, and see you, Calvin. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Thank you.